Hello to my friends and colleagues at St. Elizabeth. My name is Holly Danneman. I am a family medicine physician here at St. Elizabeth and have been practicing within the St. Elizabeth system now for close to 20 years. In addition to being a physician, I'm also a wife and a mother of 6 children, ranging in age from 10 to 20. And I'm here to talk with you a little bit about Go Pantry, and will be joined shortly by my good friend and colleague, Dr. Shanti Flanagan. One of my favorite verses comes from Luke, and it's to those whom much is given, much is expected. This verse resonates so loudly in my conscience, sort of an ever-present tapping on my shoulder. Last year, I had the opportunity to stand before you at our all-provider meeting as part of our summer Go Pantry kickoff to discuss why Go Pantry means so much to me and how you can help. I can't stand before you this year as COVID-19 obviously has had other plans for us, but as physicians, we are resilient and we know how to resort to Plan B. So today, I come to you via video. Oftentimes, when we think about childhood hunger, we tend to picture impoverished families in developing countries far away. But the fact of the matter is 1 in 5 children in America face hunger. And Northern Kentucky is no exception. These hungry children are quite literally our neighbors. And children who don't have reliable access to a reliable food source are much more likely to face unhealthy, unsuccessful, and uncertain futures. It is through acts of kindness that they can hope to break this cycle of poverty while nourishing their bodies and their minds. You can imagine that the unexpected school closings as a result of COVID-19 have been exceptionally challenging for the families struggling with food insecurity. There are hundreds of kids within our communities who will be hungry in the days ahead. And these kids rely on the free and reduced lunch programs at their school for reliable meals on the days that they're in school. So when school stops, so does their primary food source. The thought of weeks out of school is scary for many kids. For my kids, their fear comes from when the pool will open, or whether or not baseball season will in fact ever come back into play, or whether or not my daughter will get a chance to really be in that school play for which she was practicing her lines, or perhaps when will there ever be an end to the NTI or non-traditional education. But for these Go Pantry kids, their fear is much different. They're simply afraid of when their next meal will come. Go Pantry is a nonprofit organization here in Northern Kentucky that provides food for hungry kids on weekends and during school breaks. They feed over 700 children throughout Boone, Kenton, and Campbell County, and they are 100% dependent upon donations. On weekends, these children receive something called Go Bags that get them through with food until school is back in session on Mondays. And they receive larger Go Boxes during breaks, such as spring break, holiday breaks, or summer breaks to get them through the summer. The St. Elizabeth Go Box campaign has now become the St. Elizabeth Go Pantry Crisis Campaign. These kids need to be fed for a much longer period of time. And St. Elizabeth has been their primary source of food in the summers. I'm going to turn it over now to Shanti Flanagan.
My name is Dr. Shanti Flanagan, and I am a hospital physician at St. Elizabeth Healthcare. 5 years ago, we began our partnership with Go Pantry. Each year we have grown, and St. Elizabeth has become the primary source for Go Boxes in the summer for Boone, Kenton, Campbell, and now Grant County. Every year, we are blown away by the generosity, the heart, and the passion our St. Elizabeth family has for feeding these children in our communities. There are stories that touch our hearts and remind us why we at St. E represent far more than healthcare. Last year together, we donated over $80,000 in monetary and food donations to Go Pantry. Our Go Pantry food drive is usually a fun time for us. It's a time of preparation. It's a time for teamwork and camaraderie, some friendly competition. We deliver boxes in ambulances and in wheelchairs. and we take countless pictures of many who take pride in being part of this wonderful partnership. For some, they will even tell you this is their favorite time of year within the Saney community. This year, of course, is different in so many ways. Many of our associates and staff are facing financial challenges and uncertainty. And we, as a system, are focused on the health of our community and the well-being of ourselves. First and foremost, we want you to know that we are very sensitive to this. And yet at the same time, we are the lifeline for Go Pantry. And now more than ever, we need your help. Not just for summer, but for the upcoming weeks. Our summer Go boxes have turned into crisis boxes. And so we are asking our medical staff and leadership to consider a donation. We recognize that the asks have been many, and we are certain that several of you have already answered. But we are asking you to consider helping us this year in supporting Go Pantry and feeding hungry children in our communities. How much do you need to donate? Well, no donation is too small. $50 fills a box for one child and their family for 1 week of the summer. $300 will fill a child's box and their family for the entire summer. And approximately $500 would fill those boxes during this crisis time and their summer boxes.
So how can you help? Unlike last year, we're unable to accept grocery donations at this time. However, we can accept monetary donations. And with that money, we are able to purchase groceries for our children. By going to www.gopantry.org, you can find multiple ways in which you can donate. You can use PayPal, you can use text to give, you can also use credit card or mail a check to the address listed.
In closing, we again would like to express our gratitude and our thanks. We have been asked to be leaders and step up to the plate in so many ways. As healthcare providers, by nature of who we are, we choose to not stand outside the fire, but rather we run towards it. Most of us have never seen nor ever even imagined living through times such as this. But a crisis will show you a person's soul. It shows you the weaknesses in some, but the strengths are emboldened, manifested in every act of our beings. And so we are asking for one more strong reach inside your ever-giving hearts to help support the children that we have committed to in years past, this year, and in the years to come. We have no doubt you will answer the ask. And that is why I, for one, could not be more proud to be part of St. Elizabeth Healthcare. Thank you.